Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Wednesday. It's time for another edition of Journey Through the Tarot. This week we look at the Tower. And of course this comes from the Housewives Tarot deck by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum. So first impressions of our lovely lady. There we go. She's on top of a rather complex looking jello mode. It may be standing for now, but the structure doesn't look all that sound to my eyes, and it doesn't seem that Our Lady is paying all that much attention to the nature of her situation. It makes me think about how we've all created difficulties for ourselves in our lives by not laying a solid foundation for projects or relationships or even just life in general. And we can train ourselves not to see the difficulties and the dangers that are just staring us straight in the face. It's a kind of cognitive dissonance, if you will. Now, major collapses in life can be, and sometimes repeatedly are, self-inflicted, and this can happen because we're spending too much time with our rose-colored glasses and too little time acknowledging reality for being real. Now, our booklet, what it has to say about the Tower is the keywords are repression, breaking the mold, and questioning convention. Now, this is a slightly different take than what you'll see interpretations of the Tower in other tarot decks, but I like this one. It does still point to the idea that the existing structure was unworkable and it was always doomed to fail from the get-go. The need to be breaking the mold, so maybe we shouldn't be so constrained in our thinking, so constrained in our actions. Maybe we are limiting ourselves needlessly and questioning conventions. I mean, that's a really important aspect, whether you're a tarot reader or you are a fully fledged magical practitioner of one form or another. Questioning conventions and trying to gain an ever improved understanding of how things work, that's the job. It is absolutely the job. Now, the description for this, the booklet has to say, it's time for you to break the mold, the gelatin mold, that is. When the Tower appears in a reading, it represents the need to question things, to see the delicious gelatin for what it really is. Ground up bones and pig hooves. Appearances can be deceiving. Are those maraschino cherries, or are they lima beans? Wouldn't that be a rough one? Don't resign yourself to becoming just another piece of fruit trapped deep inside the conventions of this towering dessert. So when this comes up in a reading, it can absolutely be a warning that inescapable change is upon you. It's coming your way. There's nothing to be done about it. You're just going to have to let the chips fall where they may and endure the consequences. Illusions could be shattered. Plans could be forever altered. The direction you're going could be completely changed. But at this point, it is inevitable. And it's also an invitation to not fight the process on these occasions, to just say, you know what, it's a fair cop, you got me, I'm going that way now, like it or not. Another interpretation of the Tower is that it's counsel about plans that we're making in the moment or things that we have recently set into motion. It's a sign that we need to go back to the drawing board and consider whether or not our plans were sound or if our goals are ill-advised, and just generally, what is our motivation for doing what we're doing? And are we going about it intelligently? Because there's apparently a problem there. Third interpretation to keep in mind is that it can signal that we need to be proactively changing things up, that it's within our power to prevent stagnation, inefficiencies, dead ends. We don't have to build up this towering structure that's going to collapse in on itself. We can stop ourselves in the here and now and spare ourselves some aggravation later on down the road. So that's the basics on the Tower. Next week, we will be looking at, come on. There we go. Okay, the Star. So I hope you'll come back for that. In the meantime, please join us at Blackbird's Brew on Discord. There is a link to join in the description box below. And of course, subscribe, like this video, leave me a comment. I'll see you in another one.